What is the most visited place in America? Comment down below if you know the answer till you finish the video. Crazy but true facts about United States of America. It would take you more than 400 years to spend a night in all of Las Vegas's hotel rooms. In 1872, Russia sold Alaska to the United States for about 2 cents per acre. More people live in New York City than in 40 of the 50 states. Oregon is the fastest-speaking state in the U.S. Mississippi is the slowest. There's a town in Washington with treetop bridges made specifically to help squirrels cross the street. Airlines sell all their unclaimed baggage to a store in Scottsboro, Alabama, that resells everything. Boston has the worst drivers out of the nation's 200 largest cities. Kansas City has the best drivers. There are around 5,000 commercial airplanes flying over the United States at any given time. Massachusetts has the longest place name in the U.S. Webster Lake in Massachusetts is a charming spot, with summer cottages dotting the shoreline and lush greenery hugging its coast. However, Webster Lake is also not its name at all. The third longest place name in the world and the longest in the United States, the lake is actually called Chargoga Gogman Chauga Gog Chaubanagu Ngamaug. Fun fact, the name has more letters G, 15, than the lake's average depth, which is 13 feet. Mississippi. It's responsible for the original teddy bear named after President Theodore Teddy Roosevelt. The story of the original teddy bear begins in Mississippi. The state governor, Andrew H. Longino, had invited Roosevelt to go bear hunting near Onward, Mississippi, but Roosevelt was the only hunter in the group who hadn't spotted a bear during the trip. His assistants found and tied a black bear to a tree and summoned Roosevelt to shoot him, but he saw it as unsportsmanlike and refused. When news of it spread, the Washington Post published a cartoon depicting the event, and having seen the cartoon, Brooklyn candy shop owner Morris Mectom started selling stuffed toy bears called Teddy's Bear, Indiana. It's the popcorn capital. Corn is grown in almost all of the U.S. states, but few take it as seriously as Indiana. The state produces more than 25% of the country's popcorn supply. And as Americans consume 68 billion cups of popcorn every year, that's enough to fill the Empire State Building 18 times. It's a lot of corn. To be more precise, the state is the #1 producer of popcorn, with more than 300 million pounds of corn grown annually. Virginia. Colonial Williamsburg is the largest living history museum in the world. Once the capital of Virginia and one of America's most important cities, Williamsburg has been turned into a living and breathing museum that's so large it could fit in the world's largest museum, the Louvre, 20 times over with a bit of room to spare. The historic 18th century area has over 40 historic sites, including the Governor's Palace, a courthouse, and several workshops. There are also 4 historic taverns and 2 art museums. Wyoming. There are only 2 escalators in the state. To be precise, there are 2 sets of escalators, 2 going up and 2 going down, in all of Wyoming. A rather surprising thing for the 10th largest state in the U.S., it seems that escalators are not needed here. Both escalators are located in Casper, one in Hilltop National Bank and the other in First Interstate Bank. Even the airport in Jackson Hole doesn't have one, as it's a single-level building. One possible explanation could be that there's so much space in Wyoming that most build out rather than up. It might also have something to do with the state's fire codes, as unprotected openings between adjacent floors are not very welcome. Tennessee. Great Smoky Mountains National Park is the most visited in the U.S. No, it's not the arguably more famous Grand Canyon, and it's not Yosemite. According to the U.S. National Park Service, the most visited national park in the states is the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, which draws in more than 13 million visitors annually. That's significantly more than double the number of people who visited the second most popular park, Grand Canyon NP. Most see the park from its scenic highway, while others take to its 800-plus miles of hiking trails.